I'll try to start. Let me just take from multiple allelic inheritance. Okay, for the sake of people who couldn't, who had issues with their network. So I'll start from here. I'll start from multiple allelic inheritance. Okay, so let me see whether the recording has started. Okay, let's see. Recording has started. Okay, great. So that's recording is on now. So I think we can kickstart. Okay. All right, great. All right. So let me start from here. So let me pick blank page. Okay, let me pick blank page. So let's start from multiple allelic word inheritance. Okay, multiple allelic inheritance. Okay, so when we talk of multiple allelic inheritance, what are we talking about? Okay, according to Mendel said that okay, a trait is controlled by a pair of what alleles. Okay, but this is a situation that we have several alleles. Okay, so according to Mendel, in Mendelian genetics, we said that a trait is controlled by a pair of alleles. But when we talk of multiple allelic inheritance, what it means is that several alleles are controlling a particular trait. Okay, so several alleles are controlling what? A particular trait. Okay, so in this case, we expect only two alleles, but we have several alleles, and then they are controlling what? A particular trait. Okay, good. And then when we have this several, the classic example of this one in nature is OAB blood group system. And in OAB blood group system, you see, if you look at this one here, we have O, we have A, we have B. Okay, which means that there are three alleles. Alleles. Okay, what are they? So we have the word, we have allele O, we have allele A, and then we have allele B, like that. So according to Mendel, this shouldn't be the case. According to Mendel, um, an organism should have only two alleles. So if it's having three, if organism should have, or sorry, a population should have what, or a trait should have two alleles controlling it. Okay, so if you have more than three alleles, then it means that it is violating Mendelian genetics. So here, even though there are three alleles in the population, so in the population there are three alleles, an individual will have two of them at a go. Okay, so which means that even though in the population there are three alleles, okay, so an individual will have just two, okay, just two at a go. So here, for instance, if I say blood group where, let's say blood group where, let's say if I say blood group O, it means that the person inherited O from the mother, O from the father. So I am blood group O. So it means that what I pick from mom and dad, they are all OO alleles. And then if we say blood group what? Blood group A, we could have this one. We could have OA. Why? Because A is dominant over O. Okay. And we could also have AA. Okay, so these two. So when you see somebody has blood group A, the genotype could be OA or could be AA. Okay, and then we have blood group what? Blood group B. Then that one, the genotype is going to give us what? We're going to give us what? OB or BB. All right, and then if we have blood group what? Blood group group AB will be given by right. That will give us AB, like that. And remember, we said that AB is what is codominant, okay? It's one of the non-Mendelian things that we talked about. Black AB is codominant. We can't say A is dominant over B, neither can we say B is dominant over A. All right. So this is basically what we talked about, and then we're able to try some questions. Okay. So let me. So here you can see that with three alleles, well, how many possible genotypes can we get? We can get one, two, three. Okay, four, five, six. Okay. Are you there? Now, okay, so this is that one, two, three, four, five, six. Okay, so we can get six possible genotype from three alleles. Okay. Now, so let's say if I give you a question like this, that if a man with blood group blood group blood group AB marries marries a woman with blood group group A. Okay, all right, and then they asked you that okay, right, right, right. The possible, if I give you right, the word, right, the possible genotypes of the children. This question is a little bit tricky. Okay, so let's see whether you can write it. Okay, let's see whether you can write it. It's slightly tricky. Try your hands on it. Quickly, let me give you 2 minutes. It's a little bit tricky the way the question is. Mm-hmm.
Hello, doctor.
Hello.
Please, your question, is it write the possible genetics of the children?
Write the possible genotypes.
Thank you.
Okay, look at my second question. In a paternity court, okay, what did you get?
I had A, B, and B.
Okay, don't worry, good. Now solve the real, this is the real life problem here. Solve this one for me. You have 3 minutes. That will tell me whether you really understood the thing or not.
Hello, Doc.
Yes, please.
Please, the question.
Mhm. The army
The in,
officer traveled for peacekeeping in
it's
Vietnam.
supposed
He
to be
returned 10
he.
months later. Okay.
Okay.
With blood group, with army officer, the army officer with blood group AB
Yes, please.
traveled for a peacekeeping in Vietnam. He returned 10 months later. Okay, later, only to be welcome welcome with what? At the airport. I wanted to say at the airport. At the
Uh-huh.
airport
And the airport
with a term, a month
1 month.
old.
Then the next sentence supposed to be he.
Yep.
Okay.
Good. You see, when you are typing, your hand move faster than your brains. Yep. Good.
Yeah, correct.
All right. Great. I think it's better now.
Yes, please.
Yes, please. So let me hear from you. Safini. Stephanie? All right. Maybe 1 minute more. Okay. Yeah. Okay, let me even make it this way. 2 months. That will make the case sweeter at court. Stephanie?
Yes, Doc.
Yes, sir.
So is the army officer wrong or he's right?
He's not wrong. He's right.
It's right.
He's
Okay. Okay, let's see. Let's see in court. Let's see. All right. So let's see. Let's analyze this thing in court and let's see how it's going to be. So the army officer is insisting that he was away for 10 months. So how can you meet him at the airport with a 2-month-old baby? So it means that the child is away much. Okay, so let's see whether he's right. So I think the defense would be that, well, the child is 2 months old. Okay, so it means that maybe the mother conceived 1 month before the man traveled for the peacekeeping operation. And so it is possible because, and some women could even come and testify that when they at a point in time they conceived and they were not even aware. So sometimes people get hormonal imbalance and then they can conceive and then still be menstruating. So based on that, that man has no case on that point because somebody can conceive in for a month and then he will not even notice that she has conceived. And so using the months away in 2 months, so which means that as at the time that the man was leaving, the woman had conceived 1 month before the man left for the peacekeeping, and then for that matter, he wasn't aware that she had conceived. Okay, so she was met at the airport with this one, so it's a big case. So let's see. So you are not the geneticist they've invited on board to come and help solve the problem. Okay, so let's see now. The man has blood group AB. Okay, and then the woman has blood group what B. The B, it could be OB. Okay, if it's OB like that, the child could be A, that's OA, and then what the could be AB here, could be OB, and then what and BB. And then if the woman is also, let's say if that woman happens to be, the man is still AB, we are sure of it, What if the woman's gender is BB, then it means that the child could be AB, and then BB. All right. So looking at these combinations, it is virtually impossible for the man to have a baby who has a blood group word O. So that's impossible. So the army officer is right. Please, do you understand? So this is the man here. This is the wife. Okay, they say the wife has blood group B, but they didn't tell us which one. So we are assuming both. So this is the first one. Let us assume the woman genotype is OB. With OB, this is a possible genotype. And then if the woman is BB here, this is a possible genotype. So there is no way a man who is having blood group AB can give birth to a child with blood group O. So it means that while he was away for peacekeeping, somebody was keeping peace at home. Okay, all right. Okay, so let's move on. Let's move on. But my ladies
And the,
cannot. Hello, please. Let me hear from you.
and the peace become peace.
Ah, ha, 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 ha. Look at you. No, my ladies here are very special. Don't do that. They are very special people. I trust them. I trust them. Okay. All right. So let's take a question. Let's take maybe one more question here, and then let's take one more question. Okay.
Doc,
So, hello, please.
please, the OA, can you write it AO?
Yes, but usually because yes, we can write it yes, if
AO.
right, it's still correct. I mean, it doesn't change anything. You can still
Okay.
write it like that. It doesn't change anything. Right. Okay, so let's take it this way. Okay, so what if I give you something like this? Something like O B like that. And then I ask you this question. A man with a blood group O B marries a woman with blood group O A. What is the probability that their child will have blood group what? Will have blood group uh O, blood group AB, blood group B. Okay, please do this one quickly for me, and then after that we'll proceed. All right, Safini.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, all
Yeah.
right.
Yes.
Okay, so let's see the first question. So here, the man is what? The man is OB, marries a woman who is OA. So let's see the possible children. We can get O, O,
O
OA.
O A
We can
O
get OB, and then we
and then
can get
A
AB.
B.
All right, great. So what's the probability of getting OA? It's 1/4.
1/4.
AB is also 1/4,
1/4.
and then probability of getting B
B is
is
also
also
1/4.
1/4. All right, great. I think we are clear with that one now. Now
Yes,
let's go to polygenic inheritance. I think this is where so let's go to polygenic inheritance.
Yeah, hello, doc.
Hello, hello.
Yes, please. Yeah. Please, I'm a bit confused with the first question we did. An army officer with blood group AB traveling for a peacekeeping in Vietnam. He returned 10 months later, only to be welcomed at the airport with a 2-month-old baby boy. He insisted the child is not his. The mother is blood group B, and the baby is blood group O. With the mother's blood group, which is B,
Mm-hmm.
you attached O to the B. I'm a bit
Yeah. So
confused because I
look
thought
here. So here, if you look here, what I wrote earlier on, when you are blood group B,
okay.
you could be OB or you could be BB.
Yes.
So the phenotype is blood group B. That's your phenotype. But what's your genotype? What's your gene? What is making you up? Okay. So what is making you up is
Yes.
this. It could happen that if you're blood group B, it could happen that you had O allo from your mom and B allo from your dad. Or you could have B from your mom, B from your dad. So these are the possible genotype for blood group B.
Okay.
So in the investigation, we did both to prove a case. So we assume, what about if the mother, so if you are blood group B, your genotype could be OB or could be BB. So there's two possible genotype you could have, right?
Okay.
So we need to
Okay, with
prove
my
both.
own, I was like, AB multiplying the B first, and then AB multiplying the O. That's why I'm
Yeah, so
asking
this is
this
what we
question.
did. This is so O pair with this. So when we are doing the crossing, O will pair with this. That gives us the A here pairing with this O. That gives us the OA here.
Yeah.
Okay. Then the second one, A pairing with B here. That gave us AB here.
AB.
And then B with O here. That gives this one. And the last one, BB here, gave us this.
Getting BB.
Okay. So this is one possible combo. And then the other possible combo is, what about if the woman is BB? So if the woman is BB is this, if the woman is BB, these are the children will have this. So we've done all the possible combo. And in each of them, whether if the woman is this or that, there's no way the child should have blood group O. Should become blood group O. Because for it to become blood group O, it means that you need to get O from both parents. Okay, for you to become blood group O, you need to inherit. I am blood group O, which means that I had O allo from mom, O allo from dad, and so that is why I'm blood group O. Okay. But when you have O,
I'm also
A
blood
is,
group O.
yes. Oh, that's good. Good to hear that. Okay, we are very special people. Okay, all right. So that is that.
I
Okay,
am
so
also there.
we need.
Thank you, Doc.
Yes, in a court, you need to prove everything beyond all reasonable doubt. Okay, so we need to do all the possible combination with the blood groups to clear all that. That's why we did both. Okay, all right, great. So this is all
Okay, thank you.
about multiple allele inheritance, and then we're going to talk about polygenic inheritance. Now, when you come to polygenic inheritance, as the name
Hello, Doc.
implies, okay. Hello,
Doc, please.
please go ahead.
The last question we solved before my sister came in.
This one, let's see this one.
Yes, please. Please, the first question. My network was worrying me. I don't know. I
What's
want
the
to check it
probability?
again. Yes.
What is the probability
That
that
the
blood
blood
group
group is O.
is O? So that will give you 1/4. 1
Oh,
over
all right.
4, because this is the possible
Well,
combo here. And then the second one will also give you 1/4.
all right. Doc, please, I'm okay.
All right, okay, thank you.
All
All
right.
right, so we're going to talk about what? Polygenic inheritance. And when we talk about polygenic inheritance, so as the name implies, we are talking about polygenes. Okay, so according to Mendel, okay, if we go to Mendelian genetics, we expect that in Mendelian genetics, what we expect that there is one gene. Okay, let's say if it is according to Mendel, like we expect that if it is height, okay, height like that, height will have a gene maybe called height gene. Let's say, let me call that one H gene. Okay, and this H gene, what does it do? It controls height. But this height, we may have two possible alleles, two possible. That's according to Mendel. Okay, that's according to Mendel. Let me put it here. According to Mendel. According to Mendel. Okay, so we have height. Our height is there. This height gene has two words. This is the gene controlling height, but this gene has two possible words, two alleles. Okay, that's either capital T, which is the tall allele, or small t, which is a short allele. And so these two possible two alleles, okay, the two alleles. What are the possible genotypes? Okay, possible genotypes. Okay, possible genotypes. The possible genotype, which means we're going to have a word capital T, small t, and word small t. So, according to Mendel, the gene is 1. Okay, gene controlling height should be 1. Let's say the gene of the height of pea plant, the gene controlling it is 1. Okay, let's say height of pea plant. So the gene controlling it is this. But we are diploid organism, meaning that we have two sets of chromosomes, okay, which we inherit one set from our mom and the other set from our dad. So with this one, these are the two possible combinations. And what are they? So here the alleles within the population will be capital T, small t. So some people have capital T, others have the short t. So what are the possible genotypes? So some individuals are having capital T, other ones are capital T, small t, and other ones are small t. This is what Mendel said. That's what we know. So which means that according to Mendel, there should be only one gene controlling height, but the gene has multiple variants. The variant of the gene is the allele, which is the allele capital T, small t. And what are the possible genotypes? We have the 3 possible genotypes, okay? Homozygous dominant, heterozygous dominant, and homozygous recessive. Okay, that's what we know from Mendel. Now, here comes the word. Here comes polygenic inheritance. And as the name implies, you see polygenes, okay? This one is whereby several genes are controlling a particular trait. Okay, so several genes are controlling a particular trait. Several genes. Okay, that is a polygenic inheritance. So here, These genes, once you are calling in a gene, which means that they are in different loci, different position altogether. Okay, so let's give an example here. Let's say I have capital A, capital A here. I have capital A, small b here. Okay, I have maybe small c here, capital C here. Okay, I'm doing that a little bit. Let's take it this way. So this is the person here. This side, this what the first part is from mom. The second part is from dad. Okay, and then the third part here, let's say D here, small d there. All right, and then capital E, like that. Okay, so these are so when it comes to polygenic inheritance, this is whereby several genes, the genes are not actually related in any way. They are in different positions in various chromosomes. And all these ones are working together to control a particular trait. Okay, so we have different genes in different positions, different loci, okay, working together to give the word to control a trait. And when that happens, we call that phenomenon as what? As polygenic inheritance. Okay, so polygenic inheritance is what? Whereby several genes are controlling a particular trait. Several genes are controlling what? A particular trait. Okay, several genes are controlling a particular trait. Several genes are controlling a particular trait. All right. Now, so with several genes controlling a particular trait, okay, what are they usually? These traits, the trait, okay, the traits tends to be quantitative, quantitative, okay, quantitative. And also those polygenic traits, they also exhibit continuous variation. They exhibit continuous variation. Okay, they exhibit continuous variation. So when we talk of continuous variation, what does it mean? So continuous variation means that okay, like for instance, you can get intermediate, like intermediate. For instance, you can get intermediate, okay, between them. So for instance, you see that when it comes to sex or gender, we have male and the word female. There's no in between. Okay, there's no in between. All right, we have just the male and female, no in between. But when we come, like likewise, blood group, we have blood group A, blood group B, blood group AB, and blood group Y, and blood group O. There's nothing like in between. No, there's nothing like in between. So these are discrete. Okay, it's not continuous variation. Okay, all right. But when you come to polygenic trait, okay, they exhibit continuous variation. For instance, if I take like example of what? Example of polygenic trait, we can talk of what? Height of human. Okay, so human height. Okay, human height. And then apart from human height, we can talk of skin, human skin pigmentation, and then IQ. Okay, so you can see that height of people is following something called continuous variation. You can get some people in the population who are exceptionally brilliant. And likely we can get people in the population who are dull, very weak. And then we can also get people, height, if you take height, you can get people who are very tall, okay? And then we can get people who are very short, okay? But majority of the people who have average height, okay, in between average height, okay, few people will be very, very tall, few people will be very short, and then the bulk of the people will be around 5 point something, 5.8 to 5.2, okay, like 5 to 5.8. That's where the vast majority of human population will be having the height in that region. Okay, but people who are 6 feet and above, they are not that many. And people who are below 5.0 are not all that many. Okay, so you can see that the height of people follows continuous variation. Okay, the exhibits continuous variation. All right, good. And another thing about these polygenic traits, another thing about the polygenic traits is that another thing about the polygenic traits is that they can be influenced by the environment, their expression. Polygenic traits, okay, expression can be influenced by the environment. So environment can influence it, okay, can be influenced by the environment. So the environment can influence the expression of the polygenes, okay. So the environment can influence the expression of the polygenes, okay. The environment can influence the expression of the polygenes, okay. Great. So we have the environment influencing the expression of the polygenes, all right, and then there is the continuous variation, and then they tend to be a little bit quantitative, okay. All right. When it comes to qualitative, are the ones that you just have to observe, like gender, male and female, okay, those are qualitative. So quantitative, like height, okay, height of a person, okay, all right, IQ and stuff like that. They are a little bit quantitative traits, okay, good. So we have skin pigment. Skin pigment, you can get people who are very fair and people are very dark. So the very fair people, like people in Russia and the Scandinavian countries, and then the very dark people, like the Dinka people, the Dinka tribe of South Sudan. Okay, all right, great. So yeah, so we can get, so when we have people in a room, you can actually ask them to arrange themselves in increasing order of skin pigmentation. All right, and then all these polygenic traits like that can be influenced by environment. That's true, because if the tree, or maybe IQ, let's take IQ for instance, maybe you have inherited IQ of, let's say, 95%, but maybe where you attended school, the teacher was not coming, you didn't get a lot of support from home, extra tuition, you didn't get it, and stuff like that. So yes, you have the IQ, but the support wasn't there, so nobody will even see that you have the IQ. Okay, so yeah, so the expression of these polygenes are influenced by the environment. Unlike sex, you can't say male and female, the expression is never influenced by the environment. You are either a male or female. So this one is discontinuous. This one is discontinuous. Discontinuous. Okay, all right, good. So that's a male or female. That has nothing to do with the environment. Environment doesn't influence whether you are going to be male or female, or your blood group is going to blood group A or blood group B, or this. It doesn't influence by that. By your skin color can be influenced by the environment. I mean, if you live in for instance, if you walk through the sun for a very long time, sometimes the heat radiation induces production of melanin. So when you are exposed to the sunlight a lot, there is high concentration. It induces production of melanin in your skin. Okay, all right, good. So expression of polygene can be influenced by the environment. Okay, good. So how does this polygene actually work? So here, so let me just take about three. I won't use all of them here. Now let me take like something like three. Let's take something like this. Let me take something like IQ. So if I take something like IQ, and then let's say the IQ is like this. Okay, let's say IQ is something like this. Okay, so let's say IQ, I'm putting something like IQ here. And then let's say if you have this, capital B, capital CC, like that. It means these are all dominant alleles. It means you are very brilliant. And then the recessive one, small a means that, okay, small c, that. But do you know something? These genes are working together. But do you know when they work together, they make each gene, okay, makes a minute contribution contribution. Okay, each gene makes what? A minute contribution. All right, so what does it mean to say minute contributions? When we talk of minute contribution, what do I mean? So what it means here is that so each gene here, and then this contribution is what? And then minute contribution, and the contribution is what? Is additive. So it's more like it has what? Cumulative effect. Okay, cumulative what? Effect. Okay, all right. So it has cumulative what? Cumulative effect. So it's addictive. So everyone will make minute contribution. Let's take it this way: that people with a capital A, capital A, capital B, capital C, capital, they are smart people. They are very smart people. So let's say if this one is going to give birth, and these people with this combo are very dull people. Now, if the two of them, if they marry, what will happen is that you can see that this one, the allele here, the sperm here, if it's a let's assume woman. Okay, so let's say the women are very smart. So let's say this is the woman, this is the lady here, and then this is the man here. So let's see here like that. So the lady on A, capital B, capital C from the egg, and here capital small b, the man produce small b, small c like that. And then what are you going to get? Capital A, so doing the fertilization, capital B here, small b here, and then capital C, small c. All right, good. So something like this, we get there. So when the two of them marry, because all the sperms they are going to produce like that. So this child will obviously, if you look at the combo, yes, will be smart. Okay, so they have additive effect. Okay, not bad at all. Okay, the child will be okay. So each contribution is minute, tiny little bit of contribution like that here. The child will be okay, will be smart as well. But let's assume that this one go and marry this. Go and marry maybe somebody who is also this. Somebody who is this, okay, that, and that. So let's say something like this, okay. Now, if these two people marry, the two people are doing very well. Maybe a medical doctor and a teacher. Okay, they are two smart people. Okay, teachers in particular, their children tend to do very, very well. It's well established. Okay, teachers' children are very smart people. So like that. Now here, this is random. No, the sperms are plenty. So randomly, okay, one of the possible genotype we can get small a, small b, small c here. It's possible. Okay, remember if we do this combo, we can get to what? 2 times 2 times 2. So that gives out 8 combo, and this is one of them. Okay, so let's say this one, let's assume that this one had this sperm, or this sperm here, and married the woman here, this woman here, and this one will have a 4 possible, 2 times 2 times 1, so that gives us 4. And let's say one of them is small a, small b, capital C. All right, so these two people, when they give birth like that, when they marry and then they have a child, the child becomes small a, small b, and then capital C, small c. So you can see that this child will not be all that smart. Meanwhile, the parents are good. I mean, the parents are smart people. They are very smart people. This one is having this a medical doctor. This one is a teacher with a master's degree, something like that. Okay, they are very smart people. But here we are, look at the child. Of course, it's random. This one can go, and equally, they can also give birth to. They can equally also give birth to what? To exceptionally smart person. So they could also have this. Capital A here, capital A, capital B, capital C. And then here, maybe they'll have what? Capital A, capital B, capital C. Woo! This child is the, okay, this child is going to be capital A, capital A, capital B, capital B, capital C, capital C. Wow, this child is a straight A student. Okay, this is 8. So the child could inherit this IQ. And then the environment, he was not taken to school, so he's illiterate. So even though the IQ is this, but then nobody took him or her to school. So you see, the environment need to polish the expression. The environment can influence that. So you can have. There was a time that I was sampling mosquitoes in water in Keta, okay, and I met this young lady who could speak 8 languages, even though she's illiterate. She has never been to school before, but she could speak 8 languages, including I think 4 international languages. Okay, so he could speak English, pidgin English. He could speak French very well. He could speak Spanish. He could speak Portuguese. Okay, so he told me that he went to stay with the family in he became a maid in Ivory Coast, and then to one French family. And when they were traveling, there was this person that came, and then that family, that couple, they were Spanish. So that's he stayed with them for 2 years, and then I was able to learn the Spanish, and then we stay with another family, Portuguese family as well. So look at that. Even though he has never been to school, so you can imagine such a young lady being to school without being superb. Okay, but I feel like that. But so the environment can modify this expression. Okay, can influence the expression of the gene. Okay, you may have the IQ all right, but you didn't get the opportunity. You were not getting the exposure. Okay, so nobody will even see that you have this IQ. Okay, all right, good. So this is that. So you can see that. Okay, this so here this child is exception. So they could come from the same mother, the same father. Then this child, Charlie, everything that you ask the child 1 + 1, and the answer he will tell you. You go. In fact, you feel like jumping from a tree. Okay. And this one here, so the same mother, the same father, but this one is exceptionally brilliant, and this one is very there. And it's all because it's random. Okay, the combo that came for the sperm for this guy, this one came, this one came, and when it came to this one came here, and then this one is exceptionally smart. So, and it does happen. Okay, all right, good. So that's why the last time when we met, I said that the fact that you are smart does not guarantee that your wife is smart, your this is smart, means does not guarantee that your child is going to be smart, unless you are fully aware of your genotype. But if you are not fully aware of your genotype, you can't be that sure. Okay, and it's random process. This person is not bad, it's smart. Okay, this one, the wife is not bad, but 2 of them, they could have a child like that. That you do what? Nothing is entering the head. Okay, so we have situations like that. Okay, good. So this is polygenes, okay? And then if I take something like skin color, so I use the skin color as a classic example here. So you can see that small a, small b, small c, small b, small b, small c, they are very light skinned person, white person here. And then very dark person, capital A, capital B. So look at the possible combination of sperms, okay? If you look at that, these are 3 combos. So possible combination here, when they marry, they become half caste. Okay, so a little bit mixture. So this one, each gene, okay, you wouldn't say that they are dominant over each other. No. So you can see that having capital A, small a, okay, it's additive effect. So capital A, small a, capital B, small b, capital C, small c. Okay, it's just a mixture. So this is half caskets. And then we still have caste when they marry. Look at that. They have probability of giving birth to. So this is 8 possible combo. So they have 1 over what? 1 over 64 chance of giving birth to a pure white child. Probability. You can see here there's a small a, small b here, small b here. So that's 1 here. Okay. And they also have 1 over 64 probability of giving birth to pure dark person like the Dinka. Okay. So these are the various shades, and each of them, whether small, allo, or big one, they're all making minute contributions. Okay. So you can see that those people here are very dark. Those here, we see the next batch. Look at the third one, a little bit lighter. The second people were slightly lighter, 1, a little bit, and then the 0. Okay. So when you
Hello, sir.
construct, hello, please.
Sir, please, why are you using numbers there?
Oh, we are just using the numbers to quantify the degree of the color of the pigment.
Oh, okay.
We are just
Okay.
trying to quantify that when you are light, so the white person is white, pure white, like zero level of
Okay.
white, pure. Okay, all the way to the darkest. So it's just quantifying the degree of the pigment. Okay, good.
Okay,
So
sir.
if you look on our graph here, you can see that the skin color, if we are even to do the plotting here, based on even the number of people here, you can see that the people who are what, who are in the middle position, okay, so you can see the three people, the people in the three, 1, 2, 3 here, okay, so we have 9 here, another 9, another 3 here, that gives us 18. So the 18 people, look at that. So that the people with this skin, okay, all right. So probability of giving birth to people with this skin color here would be like that. And then the lights, the extremes are light. Okay, so look at that. Only few people. Okay, so the light skin, the very dark person is this. Okay, and the very light person is this. Okay, I think I've seen a picture of a couple. Okay, two African American giving birth, and one their child. Even gave birth to twins, and one of them is white, like Caucasian, full Caucasian. The another one is dark, and they are twins. Okay, they are twins. Okay, and then it's purely for skin pigment. I mean, these are fraternal twins. So it's not identical twins. So fraternal twins, meaning that multiple ovulations and then giving birth to that child. So here we have that. So from here like that. So you can see that the extremes, the number of very dark people will be few, very white people will few, and the bulk are the middle here. Look at the bulk are the middle. So that's a 3. So the 3 people, okay, the 3 people here, okay, if you count the 3 people, you get 18. If you count the darker after the 3, the 4, these are the 4 people. The 4 people are going to get what? They're going to get that is a 9 here plus 3 here plus 3 here, 6. Okay, that will give us 9 plus 15. So this will give us about 15. And then if you look at the 2 people, they will also be about 15 here. 1 will be about 6, so 6 here. And then if you look at the other people, the 5 people, the 5 people also 6 there. Okay, and then you can see the extreme 1 each, 1 each. So the extremes will only be few. So the extreme phenotypes are few. So this is similar to even, so this graph here, we call this one frequency polygon. Okay, we call this one frequency polygon. All right, and it follows normal distribution. So this is likewise what, so when I give people exam, okay, this is what I should see. Exam, I should expect a lot of people to have, a lot of people should be within the average grade, okay? So few people will have a, please not on this class. So this class, there are a lot of smart people, please, you guys are very smart, not on this class, okay? Good. So, and in the human population, the big human population, when you conduct exam, you expect very few people to get the word A and very few people to get F. The bulk of the people will get C. The bulk of the people will get C. So let's say this A, B, C, D, E, F. Okay, let's say like that. Okay, so A, B, C, D, E. Okay, so A, B plus, B, C plus. Okay, C. Okay, all right. So A, B plus, B, C plus, C. Okay, and then we get to D plus, and then we say D, and then the F will follow. So something of this nature. So the bulk of the people are going to be here. Okay, they are going to be between what C and C plus. That's where the bulk. So when I conduct exam in the university, and then if they, like for instance, in Ghana, when people write exam, and let's say let's say paper question leaked. How would you know that the question leaked? Based on this graph, how would you know that the question leaked? What will happen to this graph? Let's say you write
Majority
it.
of the first lane.
Yeah, so here, when Apple leaks like that, if here is A when Apple leaks like that, this graph here, this graph instead of coming down here will move up here like that. Okay, this graph instead of coming down. So a lot of people will get a grade A and then a grade what? B. All right, that is when there is Apple leaked. And then when the question is very difficult, you see that the graph will not go down here like that. It will raise up like that. If the question is very difficult, which means a lot of people failed. So a lot of people will fail. So that when the graph will raise up like that. So this is how you know that. So anytime the Apple leaks like that, the WIAC people, they know, the exam officers, you know, because you just do the plotting, you can tell, because intelligence follows continuous variation. It's a polygenic inheritance, and it follows continuous variation. So anytime you are dealing with the word, when you take 100 people and you do the plotting, it's going to follow the normal distribution here, as you can see here. All right, good. Okay, so that is that. This is where we ended with our non-Mendelian genetics. Okay, so I will just talk about
Hello,
just
Doc.
yes, please.
Yeah, please. Can two pure dark couples produce white offspring?
It depends on the pure dark. Because if you say pure dark, it means that it's capital A, capital B, capital C, and capital A, capital B, capital C. That one is impossible. Genetically speaking, if you because remember you qualify with pure dark. Okay, pure means like pure is this. Pure is this one. Pure is this one. Okay, that's pure dark. So pure dark, no, it's impossible. But if we just say dark, the person could be dark and the person could have a maybe something like this. Let's say my example here. The person could be dark and then the person could have something like this. Let's say something like that. Okay, so yes, this person is dark. Okay, like that. But let's say it's random. You could have this. You could have this small a here, capital B here, and then maybe capital C here. All right. Let's say the wife is also like this. This is also a dark person. Okay, not too dark though. Okay, we're looking at the too small. It's one small a here, small b. There's no too dark though. But then we could get small a, small b like that, and then this and this when they marry, we could get something like this. Okay, and then something like that, which is more relatively a light-skinned person. I mean, this person is going to be somewhere in a category of, I think, category of 3. Okay, that is roughly a light-skinned person. Okay, good. Yeah, so it's possible. It depended but if you say pure, it's not possible. But if you say a dark person and then okay, just that the probability is low. Okay, that is it. The probability is low. All right. So for instance, to have cast given birth a pure Caucasian, okay, pure white is what? It's 1 out of what? 1 out of 64 by this crossing alone. Okay, 1 out of 64. So probability of it occurring, but the probability of giving birth to those here, probability of giving birth to this skin color, like the category 2. Okay, that's the category, like the category 2 here is very high, and the category what category 2, and then the highest that's been the category 3, and then the category 4. The probability of having kids in this regard is very, 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 very high. Okay, all right, great, good. Any question again? Any question again?
Yes, Doc. Hello,
Please
Doc.
go ahead. Yes, go ahead.
Please, we said that environment can affect the person child's IQ.
It won't after the expression, it can modify. It can modify it can influence the expression. Let me put it that way. It can influence the expression. So somebody could have IQ like this. Okay, somebody could have IQ like that, but the person didn't go to school.
Okay.
The person didn't go to school, so the going to school is the environment.
Okay.
Okay, or you went to school, your teacher never came to class, so you were not taught the science, you were not taught the genetics, you were not taught so many things. So yeah, so sometimes the teacher was not teaching the math very well, so you didn't enjoy the class. Okay. For instance, research has shown that for girls like that, for them to even love the subject, something they have to love the teacher. Okay, so sometimes if the teacher comes to class and teacher annoys them, like let's say JSS, they're in JSS, my teacher annoys her. Okay, that my teachers are annoying to her. She won't even pay attention. And then the next moment you see that you hear comments like, I don't like math. Have you seen it? So yeah, so in such situation, okay, in the next moment you'll be start complaining that I don't like math. Okay, so this
So,
is
sir,
yep.
I want us to look at it from the opposite side. That the child is having the IQ which is low.
Okay, yes. Let's say this child is having IQ low like that. Good. So
And
your gene, beautiful question. So your gene will tell you, the maximum possible. And then the environment will polish it. Do you understand that? For instance, you can come from a home of a professor. Okay, the reason I'm using professor is that, which means that usually teachers kids, okay, research has shown that teachers kids are very smart. Okay, the reason they are smart is that the support systems are there. They will provide the books, they will provide the support. If a teacher realizes that his or her child is not really pulling his or her weight, he will make sure that he will get teacher and stuff like that for the child. Okay, great. So teachers' kids have been shown that they do very, very well academically. They are very, very good. They are very smart people. So here we are. So I'm taking teachers' kids as example. So here, so but the child inherited this IQ here, and this IQ means that dull. Okay, is very dull. It doesn't matter what you do. The environment could help a little bit. The environment, like the exposure could be there. You could do some things, but if the child is there, is there. So the gene is the gene will tell you what you can possibly do. And then the environment will enhance it for you, will make it possible. Do you get my the angle I'm coming from? So you've inherited the brilliant IQ. Your IQ is this very top niche student, very brilliant IQ. Yes, okay. And there is always one example that I always give, okay, that there is this boy who came to St. Augustine's College in Cape Coast here. He comes from Volta region. And when this boy came to St. Augustine's, okay, it was the good old days of St. Augustine's. It's a story that is very popular in Cape Coast here. And this guy had a grade 28. And this is the time they were writing 12 subjects. So, of course, people who come to St. Augustine's, the headmaster will only pick, they'll go and then meet at maybe education office and pick those who selected St. Augustine. In people coming to pursue science at St. Augustine's will obviously, shouldn't come with less than 6 months, okay, out of the 12 subjects. And so this guy had a grade 28. So the headmaster actually had finished selecting all his 6 people and saw this boy with a grade 28. So out of curiosity, the man just laughed and picked the boy, just to see something. And the boy came in and he was a world-based student in Ghana. Okay, so here we are. He was in Volta region. He was actually walking maybe 4 kilometers to school, walk 4 kilometers back. Maybe there were not so much books at home. But when he came to St. Augustine's, he didn't even need, maybe a teacher does not even need to come to class. The library is close by. After school, the library is just a stone throw from his house. He would just go and shower and then walk to the library and go and read. Okay, you go to prep, you get the books. The books are in the library. You would just go to prep and then walk. Okay, just go and read. You know his background. He won't go and waste time when his friends are talking at preps. He is not talking. You just focus, learn. Okay, so when the playing field became leveled for everybody, he was a world-best student in Ghana. Okay, so yes, so you may have the IQ will tell you the gene will tell you what you can possibly do, and then the environment will polish it for you, will make it possible. And then here, if the person has the IQ there's nothing you can do about it. Okay, the person is there. You can try a bit. You can call all the best teachers on the planet. You will do what? Maybe the person can do something else, but not academic stuff. Please, you understand what I'm saying here? So sometimes people worry their heads, okay? And then mothers in particular, and sometimes in a family, you see them unnecessary comparison that, oh, look at your brother. Your brother is this. No, not everybody was born to become a doctor. Not everybody was born to become a teacher. Not everybody was born to become a lecturer. Some were born to become artisans, and they are very smart in what they are doing. Some were born to become footballers. Okay, some and they will make it big. So identifying the talents of the person and then guiding him or her in that direction really helps, rather than forcing the child just to follow a particular pattern, just to because you're a doctor, you're a professor, you're a teacher, and so your son or your daughter should told the same line. It doesn't work like that, okay? Because sometimes the genotype maybe of the child doesn't permit that. You worry the child for no reason. Okay, all right, good. So yeah, so when the child is there, yeah, you can force the environment. You can do all that you can to support, but yeah, the IQ will tell you that no. Okay, I mean it does happen. Okay, I have a lady friend who told me that say Kwame, do you know what? I am praying when she conceived. He was like, her husband is a very brilliant guy. The husband is a pharmacist, a very smart guy. Okay, and this lady friend of mine was just like, Kwame, I never had a single A in the university, not even one, not even one, like not a single. I was like, wow, this is my first time hearing that. Okay, and then so he was just like, Kwame, I'm praying that this child shouldn't take after my head. He should take after the father's head. Okay, for if this child takes after my head, this child will suffer. I mean, the way he said it was quite funny. Okay, but I mean, the way she said was quite funny because but IQ, yeah, it's just a little bit sad word, but I just laugh over it. But yeah, so but to me, I don't think he's that dumb. Just that maybe the environment. There are a lot of smart people on the planet, just that they didn't get a support system. I always say that. A lot of people are very super smart people. I've met people who are so exceptionally brilliant and they didn't get a support system at tender age. Either they had a support system, they were not disciplined enough, and there are so many factors. You understand that, okay? Not everybody that they are homes where they were so strict at home that they will ask you that read this book is there and motivation is there, you get A and stuff like that, okay? All those things tend to contribute, okay? So yeah, so the support system could contribute to that, okay? But when the child is that one, you can provide all the support system and still we just produce the test paper of just 20% and 10%, and there's nothing you can do about it. Okay, all right. You just have to identify what the person can do and then just put the person in that regard, and the person will excel there as well. Okay, all right. Thank you. That's a food for thought for all of us. Good. Now, there is something we call pleiotropy. Okay, pleiotropy. Now, pleiotropy is opposite of what? It's opposite of polygenic inheritance. You see, when we're talking about polygenic inheritance, we say that several genes are controlling a particular trait. Okay, now that when you talk of so several genes are controlling a particular trait, that's the polygenic inheritance. Now, when you talk of pleiotropy, it's whereby a trait, okay, let's say this is just one gene, all right, like that, but it has what? It has several phenotypic outcomes. So this one is like one gene having what? Having several phenotypic outcome. Okay, one gene having several phenotypic outcomes. Okay, so one gene having several phenotypic outcome. Okay, so when we have one gene having several phenotypic outcome, that is what what we call what? That's what we call pleiotropy. Okay, so that's one. So it's opposite of polygenic inheritance. Polygenic inheritance is several genes, okay, having controlling one trait, and this one is whereby one gene is having control several traits. Okay, meaning that, okay, so one gene is what? Controlling several traits. One gene is controlling several traits. Okay, one gene is controlling several traits, and that's what we describe as pleiotropy. All right, good. Now, let me give you a particular instance. Okay, there was it about 5 years ago? There is this Chinese guy trained at he was trained at Stanford University. Okay, very brilliant guy. What he said was that there were this couple. Okay, so a man and a woman. They were HIV positive, and they were keen to have a child. So they got married. They were keen to have a child, but they didn't want their child to be HIV positive. So what they decided to do is that this man decided to help them. So to help them, he picked a sperm cell. Okay, and the sperm cell, he kicked out the what? He kicked out the HIV receptor. So there is a gene. Okay, there is a gene. If you take human population, about 3 people. So if you take 100 people, so 3 out of what? 100 cannot get what? Cannot get HIV. There's this genetic disorder, we call it Crohn's syndrome. Okay, Crohn's syndrome. Okay, Crohn's syndrome. Okay, Crohn's syndrome is such that okay, Crohn's syndrome that they lack, these people, they lack what? They lack receptor on the surface of the white blood cell, the T lymphocyte. Okay, and so because they lack the receptor, okay, they lack the receptor. All right, they lack the receptor on their weight. Okay, I think I've named something here. Okay, great. So it was actually named after a certain man. We call it Steve Krohn. Okay, all right. And what happens is that they lack the receptor on the surface of their white blood cell, which the HIV virus will use to enter the white blood cell. They don't have that receptor. Okay, so there are about 3 people in out of 100 who cannot get, even when you inject them with HIV. Like 3 people in the human population has this disorder. It's a genetic disorder, but just that it has protective effect against HIV, because HIV virus can't enter their cell because they lack the receptor. Okay, the HIV receptor. Okay, so here, so what this man decided to do is that he kicked he picked the sperm cell, kicked out that gene, kicked out the HIV receptor gene from the sperm. Okay, and then pick the woman's egg. Okay, woman's egg, and then kick out the what? Kick out the HIV gene as well. Kick out the HIV gene as well. All right, and then he fertilized it. Okay, and then they produce what? 2 identical twins. So it's some artificial insemination. Okay, so artificial in vitro, they did in vitro fertilization. So in vitro, so IVF, in vitro fertilization. And then they had twins. Okay, great. And some people were praising them. But those of us who are geneticists, we were a little bit skeptical about the whole thing. Why? Why was I skeptical about it? In a sense that, you see, today that we know the gene that the man kicked out, okay, we know that this is it's a receptor for HIV virus. But for all you know, maybe it has other functions that we don't know. Do you understand that? Because some genes are pleiotropic. Okay, so the reason I condemn what the man did was that you see, he has introduced the new genome into the human gene pool. What about in 25 years later, we discovered that that gene, which is acting as a receptor gene for HIV, that gene is also what is making our heart strong. What will you do? Will you go and kill those kids? By that time, they are 25 years. If they are ladies, they started giving birth. Will you go and kill them? We can't kill them. Okay, so I'm saying that in the light of pleiotropy, because there are several genes may have several functions that we may not be aware of. Okay, so some genes have several phenotypic outcomes. So they have one gene, but the gene is controlling several traits. Okay, so controlling several traits means that, okay, it's the gene is what is pleiotropic. Okay, that one gene is having controlling several traits. Okay, let's take it this way. I'm just giving an instance. Let's take it this way that one gene controlling, let's say, color is controlling height. So a gene of that nature can be described as being what? Pleiotropic. Okay, so let's see what, let me see what I can get some pleiotropic. Let's see. So example of pleiotropic, okay, gene, okay, in animals. Let me see whether I have some pleiotropic gene in animals. Okay, let's see. Let me see whether in humans, whether we can get some in humans. Okay, pleiotropic gene in humans. Okay, so that's this one, this particular one. That's a Marfan syndrome. Okay, Marfan syndrome. Okay, so Marfan syndrome. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's see. Let me show you a picture of Marfan syndrome. Why is it pleiotropic? Okay, so gene. Okay, let me see how they look like. So it's a, this one is a genetic disorder. Let's see. Okay, so let's see what's will happen to the child. Let's say great. Okay, so let me take something here. Okay, so let me give you an example here like that. So this is Marfan syndrome. Now the picture is not that clear. Let me take a Marfan syndrome. Let's see. Any clear picture? I'm not getting very clear picture here. Okay, so Marfan syndrome. Okay, just one genetic disorder. Okay, it's a genetic disorder. Okay, let's see what is going to happen to the child. Now, if you look on my screen, you can if you look on my screen, you can see that, okay, when you inherit this Marfan, okay, Marfan disorder, Marfan syndrome, the person will have vision problems, chest abnormalities, heart and lung problems, okay, short muscles, okay, tall and thin body, long arms, and then long fingers. Okay, so you can see that just one disorder, okay, just one gene, okay, one gene like that. Look at the phenotypic outcome. Okay, so this is a classic example of what? It's a classic example of pleiotropy. Okay, so pleiotropy like that, which means that one gene has what? Multiple. So this gene is called what? They call it FB, so mutation. Okay, so this Marfan syndrome is caused by mutation in this gene. Okay, this one, this FBNI1 gene, just pick it online, with like that. So this one is controlling all this disorders. Just one. Okay, just one gene having several phenotypic outcome. So when you have several phenotypic outcome, then that is the way, that is a being pleiotropic. And there are a number of genes like that, just that we don't know the gene function yet. Okay, that's why I say that maybe tomorrow we may discover that the gene that this man kicked out because it is used as a receptor for the HIV virus. Okay, what about maybe it has other special functions that we are maybe now that we don't know, but maybe in the future we may discover that it has a very important function. Okay, great. So when we have one gene, a phenomenon whereby one gene is having several phenotypic outcomes, okay, phenotypic outcomes or controlling several traits, then we refer to the phenomenon as being pleiotropic. Okay, all right, great. And then maybe the last, not the least, okay, maybe last but one I'm going to add is what? Epistasis. Okay, epistasis. Okay, epistasis is also another example of non-Mendelian genetics. Okay, non-Mendelian genetics. Okay, we have something we call epistasis. And then so when it comes to epistasis, what are we talking about for epistasis? Now, those of you who have been to med school before, okay, Anybody who attended Miss School here? Anybody who attended Miss School? Yeah, anybody who attended Miss School? Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
Yes,
Okay,
sir. Yes,
great.
sir.
Great. Good.
Yes, sir, I think.
Good. So I want the Miss School ladies.
Yeah.
Now, I was told, like for instance, I was told, okay, by a friend of mine who attended Agri, okay, some time back, that do you know what? If when you were in the school and your boy, you have tactical, your boyfriend is also in the school. When you go for dining, you don't eat. Is it true? Tell me more. Is it true? Yes. One
Yes,
laughing.
it depends. So it
It's
depends.
Let
not
me see.
true.
Let me see.
Me,
Let me see.
Well, for the mid school, it's very common.
It's
For
not
the mid school,
true.
they were doing that very, very well.
Eh,
Yes. The ladies
no,
told
in
me.
my school,
Anita,
I was eating.
Anna
Anita,
wasn't
are you
eating
saying
because
this?
the boyfriend
Hey,
was there.
Yeah.
Okay. Fidelia, were you eating?
Not
Fidelia.
always. Yeah, not always. Sometimes I will not.
What did you say? Oh, you say yeah, you were single
So,
throughout. It's not
hey,
true.
seriously.
I was to say he doesn't know because he has been single, sir. So I don't know. It's Anita, tell me more. What were you eating? Yeah, it's those of you attending me school.
No,
Tell us
please,
more.
me, I was eating
Are
every
you
day.
sure?
I
Are
was
you
eating
sure?
every day.
Are you sure?
Very
Yeah,
So it
sure.
was
yeah,
those who were having
Very
boyfriends,
sure.
but
Yes,
yes.
I
those
wasn't having. I
who
was
were not
eating
having
every day.
boyfriends were eating.
We were
Okay.
eating.
Yeah. Okay. I now understand because there was this my niece. My niece. She was in national, and every week you have like she was like, but you. Charlie, how can you ask for food almost every week? They should come and give me that. 2 weeks time you're asking for money. So when I was told us, oh, I now get it. Okay. So when you have chachiko in the school, you don't eat. Okay, you don't eat before. So I think the way Anita laughed, Anita, is it Fidelia who laughed or Anita? The way you laughed, I know that, yeah.
Fidelia.
Fidelia,
It was
Fidelia,
Anita.
yes. Fidelia, I know that Fidelia can really relate. Okay, can really relate. Okay, I get you. Fidelia, you can really relate. Okay, now why am I saying that? So let's take it this way. According to Mendel law, okay, the law of independent assortment. What Mendel said was that what is happening here what is happening here doesn't have any effects of what is happening here. Okay, what is happening here? So this is a one. Let's say loci one. Okay, this is locus one controlling one trait. This is another locus. Okay, locus here controlling another. Let's say this is 1, 2, 3. So let me put this one. Let me put this one. Okay, so I've duplicated that. Okay, so let's say this is locus 4. Okay, like that. Now, so under normal circumstance, according to the law of independent assortment, we don't expect what is happening here to influence what is happening here. But we have some genes that, so here we are, look at what is going to happen. When you inherit this gene here and you inherit this gene together. So let's take it this way that this is Fidelia. So Fidelia is here, and then the Chachiko boy is here, like that. Now, because this boy is here, Fidelia will not be expressed. So you eating at the dining hall means that you are expressing yourself. Now, because the boy is here, oh, no wonder there is B here, right? So no, because the boy is here, now Fidelia will not eat. Okay, so Fidelia is here under normal circumstance. If the boy had not been there, so let's take it this way that if this boy had been, let's say, small b, like that, maybe Fidelia would have expressed herself. Okay, after all, he didn't like, but you saw this boy, okay, fine boy, he's sharp, he's nice looking, he's tall, he's handsome. They came to drop him with Land Cruiser. Oh, then Fidelia fell flat on the dining table, so he's not going to eat. Okay, so this is Fidelia here. So the presence of this boy means that Fidelia is not going to eat. Okay, so in this case, do you know what now? This boy here, this boy becomes what? Becomes epistatic gene, and Fidelia becomes what? Fidelia becomes hypostatic gene. Okay, so you have the hypostatic, and then so here, so which means that the presence of this boy is suppressing the expression of this. Okay, so that phenomenon is called what? Epistasis. So epistasis is whereby a pair of allele in another locus mask, okay, the pair of allele, they mask the word, they mask the expression of a word, expression of another, okay, another alleles, okay, in word, another word, in another locus. Okay, so they are not related in any way. This is Fidelia. Fidelia went to school. Her mom and dad brought her to school. They didn't add any boy to it. Okay, like they take very good care of her. They are all she realizes that sometimes you can't tell the heart what to do. All she realizes that the heart fell for this guy here, down flat for this guy here, and the down flat for this guy here means that Fidelia will go to the dining, but will not eat. And normal circumstance, we expect that when you go for dining, you are supposed to eat the food. So the presence of this boy will cause this one not to be expressed. Okay, so the one that is being suppressed, okay, is why. So the one who is being masked, or the one who is being suppressed, becomes the what? Becomes the hypostatic gene, and the one doing the suppression. So the boy that Fidelia has fallen, okay, for becomes the what? That becomes the epistatic, and then the one with the word, the one being suppressed becomes the hypostatic. So which means that anytime we have this combo, okay, this one will not eat, will not be expressed, okay, because this one is here. Okay, all right, great. So when it happens like that, we call it what? We call the phenomenon epistasis. Okay, any headache so far? Any headache so far? I hope my analogy is okay. Okay, so this is that. This is the dining table. This boy is here. You are not related to him in any way. You are not related. Belong to different loci, coming from different home. You also coming from different home. This you are in loci 1. This boy is in loci 2. You are not related in any way. But the presence of this boy on the dining table means that you are not going to eat. So the presence of this allele here, okay, has masked the word, has masked the expression of this one. So the one that has been masked becomes what? Hypostatic gene, and the one who is doing the masking, okay, who is doing the suppression, becomes epistatic gene. Okay, all right. And then the last part, and then we call it maybe a day. Okay, then we are done with non-Mendelian. Good. So the last part that we call it a day is a linkage. Linkage. Okay. When we talk of linkage is a very, very interesting thing. Very, very interesting. And when you talk of linkage, okay, when you say, let's take it this way, I think we have a couple in this class, right? We have a couple in this class, right? Who and who are the couple in this class? We have a couple in this class. Who and who? Who and who? Hello? We have a couple. I know we have a couple in this class. Who and who? Please show yourself. Who and who?
Joseph
and Anita.
Who and who? Who and who?
Adingo and Anita.
Joseph and Mercy.
Which Anita?
I beg go. Hey, hey, please. Ajungo, please come and remove your mouth. I know one of the class, we have couple there. Oh, it's not this class. I remember the plant physiology class. We used to have a couple in the class. I remember. Who and who? Please, owner, who are they? Ajungo, you and who? They are there.
Joseph and
Juliet,
Martha. Joseph and Martha.
Juliet, please choose the people for me. Who are they? Who are they? Who are
I'll
those?
find them
Choose
for
them for me.
you. I will
Okay,
find them for you.
okay. Yes. Make sure
Anita,
you fill
own up.
them out
Anita,
for
own
me.
up.
Okay.
owe what? Anita should owe what?
Adingo,
Own
own up.
up, own up. Ajingo is there.
Hey, but I'm not.
Okay.
Please,
All
I
right.
don't know Ajimayo. I've not even seen him personally before.
Okay. All right. Don't
It
worry.
doesn't matter.
Hey, Anita.
Okay. Adingo, come and remove your mouth. You can go on voluntary silence, but we know. Come and remove your mouth. Yes. All right, good. So we have the linkage. Linkage is very simple. Okay, when we say something are linked, okay, what does it mean? So let's take it this way that let's assume that Lord Kingsley and his wife. Okay, I mean they are going for a program. Going for a program. Now let's take it this way that Lord Kingsley and his wife, they actually arrived there at the program almost at the same time. Is it shocking? There's no shocking. These are a couple. The probability of them coming together, coming at the same time, is very, very slim. It's very, very high because they are living in the same house. I mean, so they're coming for a program, okay? Or let's take it this way that Juliet and his brother Nicholas, okay, they are going for a program at the same time. Probability of them going for their brothers after they come from the same house, there's no shocking. Okay, all right. But what about let's say this way, let's take it this way like this, that we have, let's say, a program. For the first time when we go there, we saw Anita and Ajingo, okay, Ajingo coming together. Okay, probability of them coming together is very slim because this is Anita is staying very far. Ajingo is just far away in term. Anita, please, where do you stay? Where are you?
Techiman.
Look at far. So let's take it this way that Anita is as far as Techiman. Okay, Techiman, and then Ajingo is what? It's at Sakumono. Let's say Tema, like that. Okay, Ajingo is at Tema. They are far apart. So let's take it this probability of them coming together is very slim because they are not linked. Okay. Now, when we say linkage, it means that genes that are located on the same chromosome. Okay. So genes that are what? That are located in the same chromosome. It means they are linked. Okay. So genes, so when you talk of link, so genes that are located on the same chromosome, okay, are said to be what? Are said to be linked. Okay, so genes that are located on the same chromosome are said to be linked. Okay, so now with this link, okay, so which means that when the genes are located on maybe a particular chromosome, okay, so let's take it this way that let's say let me go and do the drawing, okay, because this side, if I draw it, you understand it better. Now, let's say I have a chromosome like this, okay, so this side here, okay, let's say this side is my A, okay, this side is my B, okay, this side is my C, this side is my D here, all right, and then this side is my E, okay, and then this is my F, this is my G, okay, this is my H. All right, good. Now, if you look at this particular gene here, you see, if you look at this position, have you seen that this and they are close together? Okay, so so these are genes on the same chromosome, like that same chromosome, okay, they are said to be linked. If these genes are on the same chromosome, like the way I've drawn here, we can say that they are linked. Okay, now you can see that probability that when you are very close on the chromosome, remember that when we did the cytology and genetics, we made mention of a type of cell division we call meiosis, and we know that meiosis, one important thing about meiosis is that it brings about what? Variation. Okay, Why? Because there's something we call crossing over. And then during the crossing over will bring about what? Variation. Okay, good. Now let's look at something here. Now, when you come to this crossing over, when the genes are close together, when the genes are very close, there's high probability that they will not be separated when they are inherited. They will go together. So genes that are very close on the chromosome are likely to be inherited together. Please, do you get a point right? So for instance, if you look at these two here, they are close. So they are likely to be inherited together like that. They are likely to go together. Okay? Please, do you get that point I'm trying to make here? So when the genes that are very close together on the chromosome, okay, so very close together, they are likely to be inherited together. Okay? So for instance, why? Because during crossing over, very close ones, usually crossing over, is difficult for them to be separated because they are very close to each other. So during crossing over, they are not being able to separate it that much. Okay, but genes that are far apart, they are likely to be what? Separated during crossing over. Okay, so based on this thing that I just said, we can even use the frequency of crossing over between two genes to tell whether they are close on the chromosome or they are far apart. Okay, for instance, let me give you simple analogy here. Let's take it this way, that crossing over between gene A and gene B, okay, is let's say 10%. All right, and then crossing over between A and C is let's say in C is let's say 40%. Okay, like that. So when there is high crossing over, it means that the two genes are far apart on the chromosome. Okay, so we can use this linkage to do something we call chromosomal mapping. We can use it to map the chromosome. Okay, we can use it to map the world. Can use it to do what? Chromosomal mapping. Okay, all right. When the genes are close, they are likely to be what? There is low crossing over, okay, between them. So low, so close, okay, genes that are close on the chromosome, okay, okay, so let me put they are close on the what? On the chromosome are likely, okay, are likely to be inherited together. Okay, so genes that are where they are close. So here, when there is what? So which means that the crossing over, close genes, okay, close genes have what? Have low word crossing over frequency. Okay, or recombinant, okay, recombinant word frequency. Remember, crossing over recombinant word frequency or recombinant rate. Let me just rate. Okay, recombinant rate. Okay, so here, if you look at this gene that I've written on my screen here, okay, clearly, so if I ask you to arrange this gene on the chromosome, how will you arrange it? If I ask you to arrange this gene on the chromosome, how would you arrange it? Okay, let me make it this way. Let me make it just like that. How would you arrange the chromosome? A and D is 10%, and then A and C is 40%. Okay. All right. So if they are on the chromosome, if I shall arrange this on the chromosome, the fact that these ones are what? Are 40%, it means that they are far apart. So you put A and what? and B far apart, A and C far apart, and then D will be here. Okay, so you can use the word the linkage to do mapping. So when the value is high, okay, all right, you can tell that they are far apart, and when they are close, you can when the value is high, the recombinant frequency is high, you can tell that they are far apart, and when it is low, it means they are close. Okay, all right, great. So here it means that if these are the genes there, it means that the genes on the chromosome are arranged this way. It means A is A here, D followed by what? C, because the 10% here means that the recombinant is low, meaning they are close on the chromosome. And when the recombinant is high, it means that they are far apart. Okay, great. Now, this linkage, why are we talking about linkage? This linkage is very, very, very important because with this linkage, it violates what? The principle of what? The principle of independent assortment. That what independent assortment is saying here is that the allele here and the allele here, they are assorted independently. But linkage doesn't work like that. They will go with you. Okay, it's just like you are leaving home and then your younger sibling is saying that I'll go with you. Okay, so we'll jump straight to the part which is very, very important. Sex, let's say sex linked, okay, disorders, okay, very good. So these sex linked disorders, these are genes that are associated with the sex chromosome. Okay, they are genes associated with the sex chromosome. And I'll be honest with you, these genes, they are associated with X chromosome, actually. Okay, they are associated. So these are genes that are located on the on the sex chromosome. And when we talk of sex chromosome, we talk of X and Y. Now, look at the size of X and Y that I'm going to draw. Okay, if you look at the X and Y, look at the size of X. X is as big like this. Okay, and look at the size of Y. The Y is very small like that. Okay, so you can see that when there are so many things on the Y, there's no counterpart on this one, on the what? On the X chromosome. So X chromosome is, the Y chromosome is very small, very, very small. Okay, very, very small, but X chromosome is very, very big. Okay, so you can see that, and we are talking about linkage. So which means that what you are coming to talk about, all those things, all those disorders, the alleles or the genes are located on the sex chromosome. They are not on the autosomal chromosome. Autosomal chromosome are chromosomes located from 1 up to 22. Okay, but these are genes that are located on the sex chromosome, specifically the X chromosome. Okay, great. Now let's look at something here. Now, if let's take something, some of the sex-linked disorders are baldness, okay, color blindness, okay, color blindness, and then another one is baldness, color blindness, and then oh, there's this popular one, hemophilia, hemophilia, and then another one, muscular dystrophy. All right, good. So these are popular color blindness. But let's look at something here. Let's look at something why women are very special. Now look at something. Most of these sex-linked disorders, they are recessive. So let's see something here. So for a woman, look at that. So for a woman, let's see something here. So let's say these are sex-linked disorders. So you say a woman this like that. So a woman will be this like this. Okay, like this. And then let's take it baldness. A woman with baldness, let's say we inherit, this is the normal, this is not bald, and then this is the baldness. So here, this woman is a carrier, it's not bald. Why? Because this sex-linked disorder is recessive. Okay, this sex-linked disorder, they are what? They are recessive. Okay, recessive. Okay, so this is a carrier woman. So please, you can jot this one down. This one is a what? A carrier. It's a carrier woman, right? A woman who is a carrier. Great. Then, what about this one? If I have a woman like this, if I have a woman like this, okay, this, and this. So this one, capital B is normal. So this is a normal woman, okay? And let's see, what about if I have a woman like this? What about if I have a woman like this? This, so here, this, and that. You see, so this woman is bald, okay? But even when they are bald, so you can see that this woman is bald. You see, for a woman to be bald, the woman should have should be what? Should be homozygote for the allele. Okay, you should have both. Okay, because when it has normal one normal and one that, he will just be a carrier. Okay, all right. So for a woman to, and even when they are bald, God protects women all the time. So because you see, this baldness is called another name for baldness is called andro. Okay, androgenic alopecia. Okay, that's the scientific term for baldness, androgenic alopecia. Now, do you know something? You see, even when women are bald, okay, you will still, they will not get the motorway like the men we have. They will not get the motorway, okay, because God will protect them. For you to get the motorway, you need certain level of androgen. You need certain level of male hormone in you before you can get the motorway. That is why even when children, when bald men, when they are kids, they don't have word. They don't express the word, the baldness, unless they grow to up to a certain age. So age and then the gene thing to influence it, because at a certain age there will be high concentration of the word. So you need certain level of androgen in you and a certain age before you express it. But when even a woman, for baldness, even when a woman is having the two alleles, no, because their level of androgen that they have is not high, they will still not get the motorway. But there is a way they will get something. You see, their head, the hair goes backward a little bit. Okay. Let me see what I can get a picture of it online for you. No, respect to women, I won't do that. Okay, let's see. Okay, bald women. Okay, okay, so let me say okay, so okay, good. All right, no, this one. So women who are even bald, okay, they are, let's see, the women who are even bald genetically, what's a, no, it's difficult to get it because you see the wig will cover it, so you won't see it. That's a sad aspect. Okay, let me see. Sex, ring, okay, ring, bald woman. Let me see whether I will get a picture. So sex linked bald woman. Okay, let's see. No. Okay, the thing is that those sex-linked bald women, I'm not getting a picture well. Sex-linked bald women, the hairline goes backward. No, this is different from people with forehead. Okay, it's different from people with forehead. This one, naturally, you can see that the hair goes backward. Okay, the hair goes backward. Okay, the hair goes backward. And then the hairline on the ear, it also goes up. The ear, when you look at the back of the ear, you will see the hair at the back of the ear. It's also move upward in the head. And I'm looking for a picture online, but I'm not getting it. Okay, so I'm not getting it. So that's how you will be able to identify that the woman is truly bald. Okay, all right. So we have the bald woman. Okay, but because their level of what the androgen they produce is not all that much, so you wouldn't see. And then 21st century women will cover it with a wig, so you will not even see it. Okay. So that is why sometimes we advise the men that please try and then take your better half to swimming pool and then throw her into the pool, remove the ring, wash your face so that you know what you are paying for. Okay, thank you. No, please, the gentleman didn't hear. Don't laugh loud. Other than that, the gentleman didn't.
Closing secret.
No, because please, this one.
Eh?
Yeah, it's
Anita, you have to explain with diagrams the way you laugh.
Anita, you see, because of your laugh, Nadia. Yes, please. Yes,
So
please.
this one that you want the men to get us.
Oh no, this one, no, please. That's why, please. I was very careful because no, I didn't want that. I didn't want that. That's why I was very careful when I said it. I said it in a very, most of them didn't even hear. Okay, so please. Now let's look at for men. For men, if a man has this, so let's say for men, let's take it this way that this is a normal man. Why? Because this gene here, there is no corresponding counterpart on the Y chromosome because the Y is very small. So this particular gene, okay, which is controlling this baldness, okay, the hair of the day, there is no counterpart on the Y chromosome. So here, this one is a normal man. Let's see. So for a man, when you are this, when you are like that, okay, when you are this. So when a man is this, okay, like that, he is bald. There's nothing like career man. A man, you are normal or you are bald. There's nothing like career. Why? Because once you are either this or that. It's unlike women. Women, they could be carriers. Okay, career means this one here, this normal one is dominant over this. Okay, likewise. So because of that, sex-linked disorders. Okay, so a woman, you need to be homozygous. You need to be what? You need to, for a woman to express it, a woman should be what? A woman should be zygous what? Homozygous recessive for them to express, okay, okay, sex length, okay, disorders, okay, okay, that are recessive, okay, mostly they are recessive. Okay, great. So here, so because of that, okay, okay, sex-linked disorders are more common in men than in women. Okay, so men tend to have more hemophilia. So a lot of men, okay, men, once you inherit the hemophilia from your mother. Remember, for guys, we are taking this gene from our mother. So all the trouble with this gene will come from your mom. We are not taking, for men, we are not taking this X chromosome is coming from our mom, and we take Y from our dad. So any bad stuff on the X chromosome are all coming from our mom. Okay, so here, but usually it skips a generation. So for instance, you will know whether you will be bald or not. You have to look at your uncles, okay, and your maternal uncles. You have to look at them, okay, and then you also look at your maternal grandpa. So if your maternal grandpa is bald, it means that there is a likelihood that you also be bald. Okay, so maternal grandpa is what you look at. Okay, so let's see the combination. So we know that for a man, once you have this allele, automatically you are bald. But for a woman to be bald, the woman should have this for you to be bald. Okay, just like the hemophilia. For a woman to be hemophilia, you need to have homozygous recessive for the trait for you to be hemophilia. But the man, just one is enough. Why? Because we don't have counter version on the other chromosome. A woman can inherit this one from the father, can inherit this baldness allele from the dad, but we'll inherit the baldness from the father, and then we can take this one from the mother. So this one will overshadow this. So this one, the woman is going to be a carrier. Okay, so such a person, okay, is the son. So the woman can pass on this allele to the son. Okay, all right, we'll pass on this one to the son. So that's why I say that you have to, if your grandpa, if your maternal grandpa is bald, then there is a tendency that he could also be bald. Okay, so you look at because once your grandpa has it, your grandpa is this. Your grandpa is this. So if your grandpa is, but this is your grandpa's gene, like a genotype, and your grandpa will pass on this gene here to your mom. Okay, so this one would definitely, it's a must that, because your grandpa has this and that, and this one is going to your mom at all. Because if your grandpa is bald, this bald one is going to your mom. And so if your mom could have it, and then but your mom had the normal one from the what? From your the counter one from your grandmother, from your maternal grandmom. Okay, like that. So your mom is this. So when your mom has this, when you are going to, for your mom can even pass this one or this one to you. Okay, so once your mom has it, you the son, you have 50%. If your mom is a carrier, you have 50% chance of having it if you're a son. Okay, all right, and your dad is even normal. So let's take one question. Our time is up. Let me just 2 minutes of your time. So let's take it this way that a bald man marries a carrier woman, a carrier woman. What is the probability that? What is the probability that? Okay, their son, okay, all right, will be bald, will be bald, okay, and the next one, son will be bald, and the next one, okay, daughter will be bald. Okay, sorry, bald. All right, so let me solve this one with you, and after I'll give you one example for you to try your hands on. Okay, let me solve this one quickly with you because of our time. Okay, so let's see something here. Now, let's see. So if I pick my marker here, so now we say that the man is bald. So the man is bald means that he is this. Okay, bald. Okay, crossing, and then this is my Y. So this is the man. Married a carrier woman. So the woman is this. So one normal, one bald. Okay, so this is the sex linkage. What you do, so you indicate the sexes and as well as the, that's for sex linkage. So you are going to cross it. This one will come here. Okay, so you get to what you get. Okay, we always write the dominant before recessive. Okay, like that. And then the next one is this with this one. You get a small b, like that. And then we can get this one with this one. So you can get this capital B and then your Y. There's nothing on the Y. And then Y, and this one, and this one. So here you can get the small b and then the Y. Okay, great. So you can see that there are two sons here. These are the sons, okay, and these are the daughters. So the first question says, what is the probability that they are sons? So the son, there are two here. There are only two sons here. I didn't say a child, I say a son. So there are only two sons here. So probability of a son inheriting, being bald is what? It's 1/2. Okay. So when your father is bald, okay, and your mother, so it's the mother who is doing, because the sons are going to take the X chromosome from their mom. So if your mother is carrier, it means that you have what? You have 50% chance if you're a boy, if your mother is carrier. So that's why I said that if your grandpa is bald, it means that get ready. Okay, so here it means that this is bald here. So probability of a sun being bald. So there are two suns here. So probability of a sun being bald is 1/2. Okay, but there are two sons, and one of them is bald, one of them is not bald. And then the daughters, one of them will be a carrier, and then the other one will be bald. Okay, so that will also give us what the probability of being this is also that. Okay, great. Now let me give you last question, and then we'll take it. That's the last question there. So a woman who is hemophilic, hemophilic, okay, marries 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 a man who is normal. Okay, what is the probability that okay their child will be hemophilic? Okay, B, son will be hemophilic, and C, daughter will be a carrier. Okay, all right. So please solve the song for me, and then we can call it a day. So solve the song for me so that I will know that you've understood the class, and then we can call it a day. And God willing, we'll meet next week, and then we'll continue from there. Okay. All right. This is our last meeting on anything related to Mendel, the non-Mendel. The next meeting we'll be doing is we'll be talking about evolution. Okay. So yeah, so please solve the song for me. Yes, who has finished? Okay, so try that one for me quickly. Try that one for me quickly. What is the answer? What is the answer?
Hello, Doc.
Yes, please.
A hemophilic woman is a career woman.
The woman, the hemophilic is a woman who is hemophilic. No, the man is normal, and then the woman is hemophilic. The man is normal.
Okay.
Marries a man who is normal. So the woman is hemophilic.
So in this case, the woman is a carrier.
No, the woman is not a carrier. The woman is hemophilic. It means that the woman is this. The woman is this. The woman has this. The genotype of the woman is this. It means the woman is this. The woman has it. So it has small h. He has it.
Oh,
so he has a second. Okay. If it's a carrier, means that capital H, one normal, one hemophilia. Okay. But the woman has it. So it means he's this in that. That's for the woman. He has it. Okay. For a woman to have it, he should be homozygous for the trait. Because most of the traits are recessive. Okay. All right. So do the crossing for me. So let me go back to the page. Okay. Is that a question? Okay. So do this question for me, and then we can call it a day.
Hello, Doc.
Hello, please.
Please, for A, 50%.
Okay, so are you done? Okay, so let's. Okay, good. So A, you had what? Your answer here is what?
50%.
Okay. And your B, what did you get for B?
Sorry, the C rather. C is also 50%. And not
C is 50%. Mm-hmm. Which one again? And then the B is what?
I'm working on it.
Okay. Any different answer from what she has given? Any different answers? Any different answers, please?
B is also 50%.
B is also 50%. Okay. All right. Any different answers? Okay, so let's solve it together. So let me go and pick my marker here. Okay, so let's solve it together here. Let's see what I'm going to get. Okay, so here, the woman is hemophilia, meaning that the woman is this. Small b, SH, right? So small h here. And then another small h. So this for the woman. Marries a man, so marries a man here with what? Okay, so marries a man who is what? Who is normal. So the woman is capital H and then the Y. There's nothing on the Y. Okay, so let's see the combo. So the combo will get what? We'll get H word, H, this and this one, we get with H normal, H that. Then this one and this the Y. So we get H recessive here and the Y. Then this one and this one, we get H normal and then the Y. And then H recessive. Then this one and this one, we get H like that and Y. Okay, so here, let's see the danger. The danger is that, so you can see we have 4 kids, 2 girls, 2 boys, all right? Or when your mother has it and your father doesn't have, you are still in big trouble. As for the son, it doesn't matter what you do. Whether means suitable place for you, whether then William is your best friend, you will still suffer from what? Hemophilia. The men. You can see all the guys here, all the guys, let me use red. Okay, so let me use red here. You can see that, you can see all the guys here are hemophilic. So once your mother is hemophilic, the guys, there's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing on the planet you can do about it. You will be hemophilic. Okay, so here, let's see the calculation. So we have 2 girls here. We have 1 girl here, another girl here. All the girls are carriers and all the boys are hemophilic. So let's see. The probability that the child will be what? The child. So the child means all the 4 of them. Okay. Child means all the 4. We are referring to all the 4 because they didn't specify the gender. So all the 4 of them, it means that the child, 2 of the boys, okay, the boys, all the boys are hemophilic. Okay, so here that will give us what? 1/2, which is what? 50%. Okay, so you get 2/4, which is the same as 1/2, which is 50%. Excellent. And the son will be hemophilic. So for the son, it is 100%. The son is 100%. Because all the sons here. So when your mother is hemophilic, it doesn't matter what you do because you're going to pick you're going to pick this each from your mom. Okay, for your father, you will pick this. You won't pick each from your father. Okay, it is when the father has it that he will pass it to the daughter. But when your mother has it, okay, the mother, you see, it is going, this one is coming to the son straight. So when the mother has it, the son, okay, all the sons, you have no choice. So the mother has it means that all the 2, you are picking one from your mom, okay, and there's no counter version on the other. We don't have 2 X chromosomes. We have 1 X chromosome and we have 1 Y. So when your mother has it, so this mother has it, this and that. So any of the chromosome, so you can see the son here has it, This son also has it. So that would give us 100% here. And daughter will be a carrier. So daughter will be a carrier means that the daughter here, daughter being a carrier is daughter. So daughter, how many daughters are there? 2? And all the 2 are carriers. So that will give us 100% as well. Okay. So that would be 100%. But if I said a child will be a carrier, that one would have been 2/4. But I said a daughter. So from the one go, I've defined the word, the denominator. I said I want daughters. So here the focus are on the girls, not on all of them. Here I say sons. So the focus are on the sons, not all of them. So here probability that a son will be hemophilic is going to be what? It's going to be 1. So it's going to be 2/2. But there are 2 sons and all of them are hemophilic. Okay, so but when you come to sex-linked disorders, when your mother has it, that is where it is danger. Your mother has it means that a lot of people could have it. Your mother has it means automatically all the sons will have it. By your father having it means that the daughter will pass on one of the allele to the daughter. But the daughter, if the daughter receives normal one from the mother, it means that it's going to be suppressed. But the mother can pass it on to the son. So usually sex-linked disorder, they tend to skip one generation. So you see in your grandpa, so when I see in your grandpa, my grandpa will take it to what? Will pass it to my mom, and my mom, so in my mom generation will not have it. Then my mom will pass it on to me. Okay, good. And then where you see your uncles having it, let's take it this way, if I see my uncle, okay, recently I met my uncle and I realized that my uncle is slightly bald. It's just that in his baldness, there is still hair in the middle, but just that it comes lighter. So I know that one day, so if my uncles are bald, it means that my uncle picked the baldness from the word, from my grandmom. Because my uncles inherited their X chromosome from my grandmother, maternal mom. Okay, so my maternal uncle, I saw my maternal uncle, and my maternal uncle is slightly bald. Okay, so which means that he picked it from our grandmom. Our maternal grandmom was having the allele, and then pass it on to mom. Okay, so in this case, I can see that. Once my uncle has it, it means that my grandmom was having it, and my grandmom could pass it to my mom. Okay, great. So this is where we are going to end here. So God willing, when we meet next week, okay, we are going to start evolution. Okay, so folks, fasten your belt. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be fun. Okay, and then I wish you all the best. And may God richly bless you. Yes, please.
Go again for me. I just joined again.
So what I'm saying here is that a woman who is hemophilic marries a man who is normal. Okay, what is the probability that what is the probability that their child will be hemophilia? So these are the carrier woman. This is the in woman we could be carrier, but it's not carrier. This is hemophilic woman. And this one is a normal man. They say the man is normal. So the normal means capital H. So when they pair up, we get a capital, we get this H here, this H and this H here. We get this normal H with this one. So this one is a carrier woman. The next one is this one against the H here. So this one here, okay, against this H. For a man, once you have one of the one recessive allele, it is enough for you to have the disorder. So this man here is going to be what? Is going to be hemophilic. When you come to the next one, this one against this one, we get what? A carrier woman. And this one against this one, we get what? Hemophilic man. So
please, the second aspect. Please, the second aspect.
What second aspect again?
Where you had the lady and the male. That is the lady and the man.
Here? Is it here? Which one?
I mean,
Is it this
the,
side
the,
where
second-
I'm
the
pointing
second,
to my screen?
no. The one that if circles with red, dipping
Yeah.
it with red ink.
Yeah. So here
Yeah.
it's just simple crossing. This one and this one gives us this. This one and this one gives us this. This one and this one. And this one and this one. So when this one crosses with a Y, you get this, okay? You get this one here, like that. Okay, and for a male, once you get a small H, you have the disorder. Unlike the female, that if they get one normal, one disorder allele, this one will overshadow this. So it will not be expressed. So that's why this woman is a carrier. But for a male, there's nothing like carrier male when it comes to sex-linked disorder. Once you have it, you have it. Okay. So based on this, what do we have here? The first question I said, what is the probability that a child will be hemophilic? And you can see from here, all the girls are carriers and all the boys are hemophilic. So here, that means that gives us 2/4, which will give a 1/2, which is 50%. The second one, I said son will be hemophilic. So son means that I'm not interested in all the children. I'm only interested in the boys. How many boys are there? There are 2 boys, this boy and this boy. And all the boys are hemophilic. So that means that so here is what it will be 1/1. Okay, because it is to give you all the boys. I'm interested in the sons. So the sons are all hemophilic. So it will be 2/2, which is 1/1. So that's 100%. And then daughter will be carrier. All the girls are carriers. This girl here is carrier. I didn't say a child will be carrier. A child will be carrier. A child means all the 4. But I said daughter. So daughter means I'm interested in the girls. So this one and this one. These are the 2 girls there. And so there are 2 girls. How many of them are carriers? So the carriers are where they are. All the 2 are carriers. So you get 2/2, which is also equal to 1. So that gives us 100%. Any headache again?
No, dog.
All right. So thank you very much for having me this evening. Okay, so have a blessed week. Please do have fun and take very good care of yourself. And may God richly bless you. Okay, have a good evening. And please.
Good evening. God bless you too, Mr. Sandra.
God bless you. Bye.
Thank
We
you.
enjoy your class so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Dog slice, dog slice,
The
dog
slice,
slice.
okay, all right. So let's see. Let me give this slice a little bit messy. Okay, but I will give it to a jingle like that. Okay, so let me take the first part because we've done this part here. So let me take the first part of okay, and then so let me see. All right, so I did a recap of the
Not a problem.
Okay, so let's see. I think I've deleted more than necessary. So I'll take this. So I started from multiple allelic inheritance. So I'll go back a little bit. Multiple allelic inheritance. Okay. Okay. So I'll keep it as multiple allelic inheritance and then I'll send it to you. Okay, so here I didn't say anything, so let me say this is where this is a bow man. Okay, let me see, this is normal man. This one is bowed female. Or bowed woman, okay, female. Okay, and this is normal female, normal female. Okay, so normal male, and then another normal male. All right, great. So like that. Okay, great. So this is so save. Let me go and look for a jingle. A jingle here. Okay. Okay. So a jingle. Okay, so a jingle here. So PUBG class. That is a 25th August. So 25th. So, Kid bounce. Take for it. You finish the identification. Okay. So let me save this. All right, so it is saved. So okay. All right, so let me go here, copy it into okay. Go here. So it is saved here. I'm saving the right one. Okay, I think so. Okay, so please tell a jingle that I've sent the slides. Great. Okay, so I've sent it to a jingle, so I think we should be fine. All right, great. So great. Have a good night. God bless you.
Thank you, Doc. Thank you,
Yes.
Doc.
You've also done very well on keeping awake for this long time. Great. Okay. Have a good night. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.